Welcome everyone to another episode of Solo Queue Cast. But instead of Solo Queue, actually, we're going to be bringing it over to Ranked Fives. This is a match between two Ranked Five teams, Love Intolerance, and you can't really see the name of the other team. I actually know the name, but it contains a word I'd rather not say. So I'm just going to call the team You Guessed It, because that's essentially their team name. Now, let's actually get this game started. Looks like on the blue team, we're going to be seeing top lane Urgot, played by Pharaoh. I shoot Betches on the Elise. Then in the mid lane, it's going to be Gameses on Malzahar. And the bottom lane is going to be made up of Omano and Probably Muted on Graves and Thresh. And then on the other team, in the top lane, we're going to be seeing Toxic Sock playing Blitzcrank. That is not a top laner we see all too often, if at all. It's kind of a curveball, if I have to say so myself. Then in the jungle, we're going to be seeing Viet Noob on Moo. Looks as though Red Team's actually going for a bit of an invade. Then in the mid lane, we're going to be seeing NS Wangzi on Kassadin, and the bottom lane is going to be made up of Jinx and Zyra, played by Kung Pao Kush and Flowmatic. Right now, blue team, Love Intolerance, they're none the wiser. They're in their lanes. Elise is actually going for the blue buff. I guess that the red team highly expected him to go for the red buff. They did go for a bit of an invade. They are backing off right now. Okay, Malzahar, he spots the ward out. Blitzcrank, he's not going to get the rocket grab in. That's already 2 CS on the Malzahar. 2 OP, guys. Wards win games? No. That's like 10 gold already onto the Malzahar. Well, at least going to be starting the Gromp as well as the Amumu. They're probably going to be headed over. Just maybe they'll possibly go back, pick up their items. At least we'll most likely get something like Trailblazer. Well, her sustain in the jungle is fairly strong. She could go for the Chilling Smite item just to help for the ganks. The Moon will probably definitely go for the Trailblazer and maybe the Juggernaut enchantment, but I have seen Magus happen a couple of times. Death Sentence gone to Kung Pao. Omano just throwing out some harass with his buckshot. Really great positioning. By Probably Muted being really aggressive. There's not a lot of aggression going towards him. Takes only a couple of auto attacks. The minion wave doing a little bit of damage, but he has another death sentence onto Kung Fu. That's gonna force the flash. Ignite is on him, and with the flash down, that's gonna give so much pressure for Armano and Probably Muted in that bottom lane. Meanwhile, the top lane with the Urgot, those are actually 2 picks you don't see all too often. Death Sentence almost finding its mark. Unfortunately, the minion is just going to block it. Kung Pao is just going to be staying in that lane a little bit longer. He'll have the he'll have the health pot to just sustain himself up. But he really just has to watch his stuff. Probably Muted, being so aggressive, zoning out Kung Pao over and over again. If another death sentence lands, that could mean the death. No summoners will really use. He needs to watch out for the minion. He is level 2 right now. Being pushed that close to tower, he's not going to really try and use the second part of the death sentence to get up close personal and use that flay. Mumu meanwhile in the top lane looking for the gank onto Pharaoh. There's the flash, but Banish Toss was yet to be used. Trying to use a zigzag pattern to try and avoid it, but it's not going to be available. There's the rocket grab to lock down Pharaoh. First blood onto the Blitzcrank. Really well played gank by the Mumu, holding off on the bandage toss until he knew the flash was blown. That was really the only form of escape that Pharaoh had in that lane, and after blowing it so early, that was going to be a dead Urgot, especially with the amount, just with the 2 grabs in that gank. Looks like Pharaoh will just be teleporting back to that top lane. The acid does land in. Ooh, toxic shot. Despite the name, he is not toxic resistant. Probably muted. Brings I Shoot Betches into the gank with the lantern. Unfortunately, they will not be able to grab the kill. Now Viet Noob in that mid lane. He's looking for the kill. Gets the silence on the Amumu. Ignite on him. Wung Z has the ignite and the Malefic Visions on him. He's going to fall, but it's a 1-for-1 with Amumu taking the kill onto the Malzahar. This Mumu is just roaming as much as he can. I should bet you he's falling a little bit behind in that jungle farm game, only 8 and 16, and he has yet to go back. He's actually headed towards that mid lane, looking for something on the Amumu. Level 3 versus level 5, though, it's going to be extremely risky if Amumu turns on him. With no mana, though, it might look really good for I Shoot Betches. He's just going to go for the Razor Breaks. Amumu, none the wiser, he'll be going back while underneath that tower. He'll probably be with the kill and the assist. He's actually sitting on 1,000 gold. With his next buy, we could determine which enchantment he is going to end up going. Nope, we're actually not going to go to. He's actually getting boots instead. So it's a little bit of a secrecy game going on. And if we look at the comp, it could be Juggernaut, but the Amptome does lead me to believe it's going to be a Magus enchantment. Is it Magus or Magus? Or Magus? Magus, Magus. Who knows? Tomato. Ain't knowing. Probably muted. He was being really aggressive before. He hasn't really taken and he hasn't really gotten a defensive position just yet. Death Sentence was used, but it's going to hit air right there. There it is. I Shoot Betches finally going back. With the machete, we'll see what he does get that upgraded to. Meanwhile, in that mid lane, Malzahar keeping the pressure on to Wangzi. Does not want that Kassadin to just roam around, pick up kill after kill. Keeping it pushed as best as he can. Overall, the farm game is fairly even across the board, except in those side lanes. Oh, we'll get back to that. Mumu with the gank in the bottom lane. The Jinx Rocket doing as much as they can. The Zap is going to lock down onto Omano. The Bandage Toss as well. There it is. Death Sentence onto Viet Noob, and the Flay as well. They're not going to be able to get that kill. And even when bad situation, Love Intolerance in the bottom lane, they keep their cool and they come out alive. Now I Shoot Betches coming in, misses the cocoon. Just the spider going to be going down, trying to put some damage, but that's it. He'll be going back to the jungle, trying to farm up. And back to what I was saying before, you really just want to push in the Malzahar, stop him from roaming, and as long as you can keep him from doing that, your side lanes are going to be doing really good for themselves. And speaking of side lanes, look at the farm. Urgot almost 20 up on Blitzcrank, and Graves almost 23, close to 30. But with Jinx sticking in that lane, Graves going back, it will be down a little bit. Ooh, you can rock and grab just to farm it up a little bit. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like probably muted has disconnected for now. Games has Malefic Visions. I'm not so sure about the Cassid, and he is just eating Malefic Visions after Malefic Visions. If he gets low enough, the Malzahar ultimate will be coming out, and he will end up dying. The Nether Grasp. I have to look that up just quickly. There it is, Pharaoh. He's going to take a lot of aggression from Toxic Shock. Does eat the Rocket Grab. That's a lot of damage that he is taking right now. Even without any AP from items, the damage that's being coming out from Toxic Shock in that lane is so deadly. Now Viet Noob, with Kassadin going back, he had to try and defend that tower, but him and himself eating the getting the Malefic Visions onto himself. He's in a really bad position. Omano in that bottom lane, putting some damage onto that tower. It's not a huge amount, but it's a sizable chunk. Looks like Pharaoh, he is going back right now with the Fairy Charm and Sapphire Crystal. It's not really determined what he's going to get. It's actually going to be the Tear of the Goddess. What am I saying? Fairy Charm and Sapphire Crystal. There's only really one item those really build into. Now, oh man, no, in the 2v1 situation, there goes the Stranglethorns. He was looking for the knock-up. Unfortunately, he was not positioned correctly. A little bit too far in the lane, and Omeno was able to walk away from that. He is at half health though, and since Probably Muted has now returned yet, it's not looking good for that bottom lane. I should bet you he's going to have to make his way there and help the AD carry. Here comes the roam from Caston after Gameses has gone back. We could be seeing a dead Omeno very soon. We have pings going down towards that dragon buff. It looks as though this red team has finally gotten wind of the fact that Probably Muted has left the game. They're starting up on it, and we'll be able to tank it. Zyra joining the fight as well. No, they're going to leave it. They're not going to go for the dragon just yet. And, oh, actually, look, Probably Muted has rejoined the fight. Zyra trying to get the snare on. It's not going to hit Omeno. They're looking for the fight, and Zyra gets taken down by the collateral damage. Death sentence. Just missing the Jinx. Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, but the heal from Omeno was enough to keep him alive. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Curse of the Sad Mummy was used on the Amumu. He's gonna fall. That's a kill onto Kassadin. Omeno, he's gonna have to back away from this. Kung Pao Kush is a huge threat right now with the BF sword. But with no ultimate, how scary is he actually? No, Urgot. I was talking about the Tear of the Goddess when Omeno got engaged upon it. You know, I can't even talk about this Urgot without Amumu joining the fight. There's the ultimate use on him. He was trying to get a little bit of extra resistances. He's popping the flash, but I don't think he'll be able to survive this ordeal. They're trying to give the kill over to Toxic Shot. The knockup is there, and another auto attack to secure that kill. Mumu and Blitzcrank, they are just taking advantage of Pharaoh over and over again, and without any wards, he's going to be dying over and over again. That's already 2 kills onto that Blitzcrank, and even an unorthodox top laner can be a really, really scary thing to deal with. He's not going to really try and take that tower down just yet. He was backing off a little bit. He's going to put a huge chunk in there, but with I Shoot Betches near that top side, it's not going to get all too low. He's going back right now. Doesn't want to fall behind by the time Pharaoh gets back to lane. There it is. Trailblazer with the Magus enchantment for the Amumu, and after going back, he's picked up the Glacial Shroud. Not going for the believe. Yeah, I guess the Amplifying Tome will be turned into a Sheen, which will in turn turn into the Iceborne Gauntlet. Looks as though he's just gonna stick with the Tear of the Goddess for right now, possibly working on maybe a Muramana. Maybe even a Seraph's Embrace. That could be likely. Oh god, the death sentence forcing the flash out of Jinx. That could have meant certain death. Meanwhile, Malzahar catching out of Mumu has the Nether Grasp along with the pool. That's going to be doing a lot of damage. Curse of the Sad Mummy is going to be used, but that's already a dead Mumu flashing away from the Zyra Thorns. There goes the Strangle Thorns. Gets the knockup onto Games' I Shoot Betches. He was dueling Wongzi, but it wasn't able to get up the kill. Now Zyra in a 2v1 situation against Thresh and Malzahar. She's forced to flash away. There goes Wongzi with the ultimate to try and pick something up, but he's inevitably gonna fall over to Omeno on the graves with the collateral damage. Pharaoh looking for that kill in the top lane. Oops, sorry, I got direct to camera. Unfortunately, the Blitzcrank was a little bit out of range of Pharaoh. With the teleport, though, that tower shouldn't take too much damage. Pharaoh will have to be careful. Yep, he's just gonna back off immediately. Does not want to give over a kill on the Blitzcrank. Will he be able to get it? There's the grab. It does! It locks down onto Pharaoh. The Scrying Orb was able to get the vision of him. He should have walked a little bit farther away if he wanted to survive. Here comes Amumu back with the aggression on the bottom side. Will Bandage Toss actually lock down onto someone? He doesn't have Curse of the Sad Mummy. The Bandage Toss doesn't find its mark, but the Death Sentence does. Unfortunately, Probably Muted is a little bit too low for comfort, and they're going to back off for that. Ushu Betches, he was looking for the cocoon. Unfortunately, Toxic Shock he was a little bit farther than I should bet you expect. Here comes the teleport from Pharaoh. They're looking for something. Unfortunately, without any CC from I Shoot Betches, they weren't able to lock down Toxic Sock enough. And I was saying Toxic Shock over and over when it's actually Toxic Sock. What's a Toxic Sock? Is it like... Oh, we'll get back to that. Looks like Vian Nu was caught out by the Malzahar and the Elise. Now Wongzi using his Riftwalk to get into that pit. He was in a bad position. Unfortunately, he's gonna fall. No, he's not actually. Looks like Cassidy actually managed to take down the Malzahar. Now Blitzcrank, he's trying to escape from Pharaoh. One more Q will secure the kill, and no, it's actually going to be the auto attack to get the kill. The rocket grab did come out from Blitzcrank to put him underneath the tower, but it will not save his life. Pharaoh should be able to take that tower down, and even in a lane that seems to be losing, he's up in CS, and he takes the first tower of that lane. But Cassin, that's going to be a threat that Love and Tolerance are going to have to watch out for. If he gets a little bit too fed, he's already 3 kills for himself. And Amumu, ooh, the Razor Beaks buff it ran out just before he walked into that bush. So there's actually at least one. That was the one ward that procced it, but he didn't go clear it. And then when he walked into the red buff bush, he wasn't able to get there in time. It's really unfortunate by the Amumu. Look at that zap doing so much damage to Oman. Oh, he needs to be careful. He is taking a little bit of aggression from Amumu. She's just showing his face. She's like, hey, I have a present for you. It's death. And oh, Cassin using the Rift Walk, trying to escape that Nether Grass. But here comes Amumu, bringing the presents, looking for the kill onto Games'. Curse of the Sad Mummy is available. The Nether Grass is going to be able to get the kill. Unfortunately, he's going to fall over to Wongzi. But, you know, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man or Spider-Woman is going to clean up the kill right there. Actually, no. Games has managed to get the kill. So that's a double kill actually onto Games'. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a misfight in that bottom lane with probably muted falling to the Jinx. Toxic Sock managed to pick up a kill onto Pharaoh as well. And the top lane tower has fallen. They've got a bit of a duel between those wards, but they won't. Oh, nope. I Shoot Betches will be able to go for it with Flowmatic putting down a ward of his own. I Shoot Betches, he's looking for the Scuttle Crab, but no, I'm not going to go for it. Dragon's up in about a minute, so that's going to be the next point of contention for both of these teams. I Shoot Betches, he'll need to go back fairly soon to heal up. Using the Smite right now would mean it'll be up before the next dragon fight. Let's actually look at gold gains right now. They're not actually, none of the teams are sitting on a huge amount of gold except I Shoot Betches, close to 900. Taking the Razor Beaks, they'll bring it over to about 950. Now, Blitzcrank and Urgot, one has their teleport up and one doesn't. Pharaoh will need to stick with the team if he wants to help his team contest this dragon. Games is, meanwhile, he did get aggressed upon by Toxic Sock. Unfortunately, the Nether Grasp was not enough with the shield, with the mana shield, keeping him alive long enough for Wongzi to just use his Rift Walk and assist his team. With Games' being down, it's going to be really difficult for this Love and Tolerance team to contest this dragon. That sentence was almost hit onto the Zyra. That could have meant a lot of damage towards him. Here comes the teleport from Blitzcrank. He's teleporting behind the wall. He's trying to start the fight right now. Here comes the flash from I Shoot Betches. He's not going to be able to get the smite though. I Shoot Betches, the lantern is there, but the CC lock is too much for him to handle. Oh man, no, now gets caught out by the Curse of the Sad Mummy. He's going to fall over to the Cassidy. Now Pharaoh gets caught out by the Zyra Thorns, and she's going to fall. That's a double kill onto the Caston. 4 kills overall going over to this red team. They're looking really strong right now. They're up 6 kills. They're down a tower though. But they should be able to make these even. Rocket grab connecting onto Malzahar, and that's another kill. That's actually an ace for this red team. Malzahar died a little bit too fast. And now the towers are evened up, and the gold lead is in favor of red team by about 3,200. Close to, yeah, 3,000. And Cassidy, like I said before, he's such a huge threat. Getting a double kill in that fight. And oh man, oh, he just had no assistance. Probably muted. He was a little bit too concerned for I shoot Betches in that fight, throwing out the lantern to try and get him away. But with the CC lock, it just wasn't able. He just wasn't able to get to it. But and then after that, oh man, no, was a little bit too aggressive on the team, and especially without any form of peel for himself. He got caught out by Vian Noob, and the Curse of the Sad Mummy was enough to lock him down long enough for Wongzi to get the kill. I gotta say, that fight really just games is, had he not gotten caught out in that mid lane, it would have been a really hectic team fight. It could have been a really even team fight even. Pharaoh, who hanging around in that blue buff bush. There were no wards for either of the teams. He was looking for possibly someone a little bit weaker, maybe the Jinx. But Casson is something he definitely does not want to fight at this point in time. With the Rod of Ages and an Abyssal Scepter working on the... oh my god, even with the dash, he gets caught out by the Blitzcrank Rocker Grab. Here comes the ultimate from Pharaoh. Oh man, no, he's pretty much not even in the team fight anymore, just using the collateral damage to get some damage. I shoot Betches. Now he's on the escape. Riftwalk is going to be up for him, but there's the Cocoon to slow him down. On right now, Kung Push, the Zap is on cooldown. No, it's actually up now. It does lock him down. The slow is there. There goes the flash, and the snare was not going to land. I shoot Betches with the movement speed he's getting from Spider Form. It should be able to allow him to escape. Riftwalk again being used, and that's a kill onto Wongzi. Not giving up the assault, and I shoot Betches is going to fall for a total of 3 deaths for 1. And I gotta say, that was a really weird interaction. Even after the dash came out from Oman O, Toxic Sock locking him down with the Rocket Grab. And now Oman O trying to stop the enemy team from taking Razor Beaks, but it was unsuccessful. It is not looking good for this Love and Tolerance team right now. They do have a great chance of coming back into this game, but their window of opportunity is dwindling. The late game of this red team is just so much stronger right now. Well, yeah, it is actually a little bit stronger. You have the Amumu, you have the Cassidon, and you have the Jinx. All just great late game. Cassidon and Jinx are actually late game damage dealers. The Amumu will just be the tank. Right now, oh man, no, he has the Infinity Edge. When the Brutalizer leads me to believe he's going to go for a Yomu's Ghostblade. Now Toxic Sock looking to go for a ward. Unfortunately, he's going to be caught out because of it. Not going to be able to get the kill onto Games. As you can just see, he was the focus. And Games is taken down to half health so quickly just by the knock-up. He's going to have to watch his step when it comes down to a fight. If a Rocket Grab does manage to find his way, he'll just be melted so quickly. He has the DFG and an Athene's Unholy Grail, but even the Mask Resist from that item is not enough to keep him alive in these fights. And we will making his way to that top side just to clear out the vision. Zyra meeting Elise in that river. Looks like Flowmatic. He's actually going to fall. That's just pick after pick by this Love and Tolerance team, and this might be the way they get back into the game. Right now, Love and Tolerance. Oh my god. Oh man, oh, being so aggressive, being caught out by Wongzi. He's going to take so much aggression. Death Sentence is going to be landing onto the Caston. It doesn't matter though. He's going to be able to get away regardless. Unfortunately, Viet Noob is going to be a casualty as a result of that. Sticking around for his mid laner. He's going to end up falling. Death Bush being set up by this Love Intolerance team, cashing out Kung Pao. He's going to flash over the wall. He'll be able to live, but not without the aggression coming from Aishu Betches. Unfortunately, he still falls. Flash and Death Sentence lands on to the Kung Pao, but the rest of Love Intolerance, they want to continue the fight. 3 members so far have died on the red team. Toxic Sock is trying to escape. Rocket Grab landing on to the Pharaoh. The flash coming out from Toxic Sock. The Mana Shield as well. But it looks as though Love Intolerance is going to be happy with a 2 for 3. Really, really well played by the Love Intolerance team. Setting up that Death Bush. And then Jinx walking in there completely blind. You never really want to do that. You can easily put a ward over the wall. Love Intolerance, they didn't have that ward there before. If we actually look, yeah, did not have the ward there before. Now Dragon has spawned. There's really no movements towards from the rest of Red Team. Omano and Games we'll see if they'll be able to take it. Jinx is there. Nope, it's not going to be available. And the first Dragon for Blue Team is going to go over to them at 25.5 minutes. Unless you betches, you should be able to escape this. Yep, there it is. The cocoon just for a little extra measure, and he's going to go back. Yep, so Omano with the Brutalizer, he's picked up that Youmuu's Ghost Blade. Malzahar, on the other hand, gets the Haunting, guys. A little bit of extra mana penetration for this team. It'll help a lot for the magic resist that this red team has bought. Aishu Betches gonna be caught out taking the Razor Beaks, but Rocket Grab from Blitzcrank not going to come out. Meanwhile, Urgot has the Manamune. He's going to try and get that into a Muramana as quick as possible. And the last Whisper, the Acidic Hunters, they're going to be coming out and going to be doing quite a bit of damage. You'll give it a little bit of an extra boost when the Muramana does end up being fully stacked. Blitzcrank, he's working for his own Muramana as well. There it is. We actually might see the fight go down. There goes a long range bandage toss hitting down onto 4 members. Here comes the fight. There goes Cassidy going in, getting a huge amount of damage. Stranglethorns will be giving Zyra a double kill with a double kill onto Cassidy as well. Probably muted. Does hit the death sentence onto Jinx, locking her down underneath that tower. But that's a full ace already, with only Viet Noob being the sacrificial lamb for his team. He gets in with the bandage toss, and Pharaoh, he was being so aggressive, looking for something. Unfortunately, the bandage toss connected with him, and that brought Amumu in with the Curse of the Sad Mummy, hitting 4 members, and then the amount of burst that came out from Wang Zi. It was just insane. Zyra gets a double kill for herself along with the double kill for Wang Zi. They're going to take this inhibitor tower, and now with a naked inhibitor, the red team, they can take a lot more liberties on next objectives. Love Intolerance, they're going to have to really just watch out and care about that. The next fight could lead to a Baron. We do see Love Intolerance headed to that position right now. They're going to use the opportunity that they have where the red team is weaker. They do get the ultimate on to the cast, and he's going to fall. He has the Zanyas to make himself golden, but now with 2 casualties, one especially being Mumu, who has the smite, Love Intolerance, they're going to be trying to take the Baron as a bit of a consolation prize for losing their tower. Pharaoh doesn't eat their Rocker Grab, but it doesn't matter. They're going to be able to take this Baron. Super Mega Jazz Rocket, will it come out from Jinx? No, it doesn't. And Love Intolerance take the Baron. This is going to help them so much just defend against the siege from the red team. It's not going to be it really isn't as powerful, but there's a lot of stuff they really need to watch out for. Now Pharaoh, unfortunately, he's been caught out by the Blitzcrank and Zyra, and that's 1 Baron down, 4 more to go. He should have just backed off with the rest of his team. Right now, both of the side lanes are pushing in the favor of the red team. And now Games is getting caught out. The Nether Grasp is going to be there. Unfortunately, that's another Baron down for the blue team. That is just not great movement. That just was terrible movement by the blue team. They just should have gone out when they had the chance and then put down some defensive wards. Right now, there's not a lot of vision coverage. They're relying completely on Elise and Thresh to put it down. We do see 4 sweepers and the Scrying Orb from the Love and Tolerance team, so they're really just focusing a lot on the vision game. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to save 2 of their members from death. Right now, we only have Zyra, Jinx, and Amumu in that blue team's bottom jungle. Zyra getting caught out with the death sentence. She is going to fall. The Stranglethorns is going to be there with the knockup. Here comes King Posh. He's 1v1ing I Shoot Betches right now. Here comes the flash. The zap is going to be there. Cocoon is going to land. Curse of the Sad Mummy locking down I Shoot Betches. There's the auto attacks coming from the Jinx to pick something up. Unfortunately, the Nethergrass is going to stop the auto attacks from going down, and she's going to end up falling to the Urgot. Wangzi is there to try and continue the fight. There were a lot of low members, but with the empowered recall, they'll be able to get away almost immediately. Blitzcrank sticking in that top lane. He's just gonna try and push that lane out as quick as possible. Dragon's up in 20 seconds. With the Baron buff, their wave push is a lot stronger. They could try and let them have the dragon, and with the Baron buff, push a lane out. They haven't really gotten the opportunity to do that, especially being caught out way too often. Unfortunately, Baron buff, it's already gone. Right now, blue team, they're gonna be looking for the dragon right now. Death Sentence was used by Probably Muted to get in. Here comes the teleport from Blitzcrank. He's going to want to start the fight. Amumu not gone in just at Stranglethorns with a great knockup onto the Malzahar. He can't really join the fight. Amumu was able to smite the dragon away from I Shoot Betches. And that's 2 kills already on to the blue team. Zyra's on the sidelines looking for something. Malzahar and Oh Man Oh, they're trying to escape. This bandage toss just going to be dashed away, but the zap is going to give him vision. He's going to get destroyed by the cast. And now Games is on the defense. Zap and not going to lock him down. There goes the Nether Grasp to try and pick something up. Via Noob, though, with so much magic resist from the Abyssal Scepter, he'll be able to survive the damage. Toxic Shock 1v1ing Pharaoh right now. Top laner versus top laner in the mid lane. There's the knockup and the ultimate from Pharaoh to give himself a little bit of extra resistance. Unfortunately, Probably Muted joins the fight, and Toxic Shock's not going to get the 1v1 he hoped for, but he is going to get the kill he looked for. Toxic Shock, he lives after that through that entire ordeal, but I Shoot Betches with his Rappel will be able to take that kill. Oh, via Noob. He was trying to tank the tower a little bit longer for Kung Pao to take the tower down, but he could have just backed off and waited for the minion wave a little bit longer. There's really no one from Love and Tolerance to try and get that kill. But he was executed. No gold being transferred over. Just a death timer that they need to be aware of. Right now, Urgot, we haven't really looked at these item builds recently. Urgot, he still actually hasn't finished the Manamune stacking. He's getting there. Oh, 70 more stacks, so it should be in the next couple of minutes. Meanwhile, he actually has a Warmogs right now, and the Sheen leads me to believe he'll be getting an Iceborne Gauntlet. That would be most likely. Meanwhile, Blitzcrank, he's finished his Muramana and actually gotten a Banshees as well. The Null Magic Mantle is there. We'll have to see what he does make that into. Elise, on the other hand, she gets the Randuin's Omen and she has a Righteous Glory. So that's going to be 2 methods of engage from Thresh and Elise, both with huge speed boosts. Speed buffs, not speed boosts. Amumu, after the Magus enchantment on Trailblazer, he has the Sunfire Cape and Abyssal Scepter, along with the Haunting Guise. Oh man, oh, does get the Rocket Grab onto himself, and he is going to be taken down by the Toxic Sock, probably muted. Does get the damage down from Riftwalk, but that's a double kill onto the Toxic Sock instead. There's another Riftwalk for the slow onto Games'. He's going to go golden to prevent any extra damage onto him. Games', he needs to be careful. Inhibitor has spawned. They're going to try and go for this, but Toxic Sock, he may end up dying for his team if he stays any longer. Pharaoh, who's looking for the bomb. Unfortunately, it's not going to be there. Pharaoh does use his ultimate for extra defenses. Unfortunately, Maleficent Visions onto Wungzi. He's not going to fall. He eats the tower shot, but he lives. That's 4 kills for 1. And they're going to be looking for this Nexus Tower now. And oh man, oh, he doesn't have the damage to get the kill. He's going to get snared by the Zyra. Death Sentence not going to find its mark. And after the inhibitor, they were trying to be a little bit too greedy right there. They were trying to go for the Nexus Tower. But oh man, oh, and probably muted, were able to push them off of it. A lot of pink wards coming out from this Love Intolerance team. They just need to deny vision. Baron is up. Unfortunately, with an open inhibitor, it's going to be so risky to go for it. Kassadin will clear out the wave in the top side, with Zyra doing the same in that Kassadin in the bottom side, with Zyra clearing out the wave in the top side. They're trying their best to push out the super minion wave. If at this point in time, oh my god, there it is. Blitzcrank finding a grab onto the Malzahar. He's not able to get the kill quick enough. Games is going to live. Super Mega Death Rocket was used by Jinx, but it's not going to find the target that she wanted. It's going to find Oma No, who was dueling the super minions right there. Malzahar, though, he needs to be careful. He is so low, along with probably muted. He is taking so much damage. Here comes Games. He's managed to get away because Wungzi was not able to get the Q off. Death Sentence also being used. The flash and the zap used by Jinx. He was looking for probably muted, but it's just going to find nothing. Toxic Sock will be up in 15 seconds right now. There's a lot of vision coverage for both of those teams in that top side and around the Baron. They're going to have to try and deny as best as possible, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. No, actually, they're not doing that right now. Looks as though Red Team, they're more focused on going for this dragon. This is going to be their 3rd dragon. That's going to give them 5% of move speed. Blue Team, they have 2 dragons as well. It's even up right now. Red Team, they're grouped around it, but they're gonna Blue Team, Love Intolerance, they're gonna call this Red Team's buff. They're gonna say, "Hey, you want to go for this dragon? That's fine. We're gonna take Baron instead." But oh man, no, he's taking Razor Beaks. This Red Team, they're melting through this dragon so quickly. Oh man, no, he hasn't joined his team along with Pharaoh. Viet Noob and Toxic Saki was there to provide interference long enough for the team to take Dragon, and now they're going to be joining the fight. Here comes the engage. Viet Noob does have the Nether Grasp onto him. Curse of the Sad Mummy is not going to come out. It's going to find ONO, and that's going to be the kill. Unfortunately, there was so many kills going around. Games just fell. Probably muted fell. I shoot Betches fell. ONO, he's off on the side. He's trying to get away. Unfortunately, a double kill onto Wongzi is going to mean his death. And Love Intolerance, it looks to be the end of this match, as this Red Team, they're looking for the death push. Only Urgot's going to be there to defend this Nexus Tower, and against 4 members, it's looking really unlikely. Wongzi going in with the Rift Walk. Unfortunately, Toxic Sock will get the Rocket Grab, and this game is over with Red Team winning over Love Intolerance. And actually, there's a surrender vote for that great double explosion. So thank you for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what I do. I try to put out videos every day, and you can also follow me on Twitter for whenever I do go live on other various tournaments I do. I'm currently doing after hour gaming leagues tournament. It's just big companies playing for a charity. So that'll be the end of the cast, and I hope you guys have a great day.
But wins against Thresh.
Too good, guys.
Maybe Janna,
Oh,
maybe
shut up, Neil.
Nami, maybe
What happened?
Sona would be good.
You
Vel'Koz
see the
could
dragon
work.
fight? That's what happened.
No, 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 no. I meant to Harrison. What happened to Harrison?
What happened to
Oh,
me?
his
You
computer went
disconnected.
crazy.
Like you.
I
Oh
Oh.
wanted to
yeah,
kill.
no, my game crashed.
No.
I think it was good that you DC'd because I got a kill.
Wait, what? Why are they? Oh, okay, I thought they were gonna pick Calypso.
Calypso.
Calypso? You mean Callista?
No, Calypso.
No. They added this new champ. You see?
Yeah, this new champ. She's like a bluish tint, and she like jumps on her auto attacks. Calypso.
And
Oh,
she's in
okay,
love
okay.
with Davy Jones.
Yeah, like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Davy Jones.
Okay. I'm not feeling it.
So I think we're poking. So let's run disengage and poke
Wink.
with a
So-
strong split pusher.
So
You
not
wanna flip it?
so not Urgot.
Because I think if we're running a siege comp, we should have someone in the side lane so that we have other pressure. Yeah, I mean that would be good if you could don't get behind.
Bob.
I suck at Tryndamere.
Oh my god.